From start to finish, the biggest art heist in modern history lasted just 81 minutes. At 1:24 a.m. on March 18, 1990, two men dressed as police officers walked into Boston's Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum. They overpowered two unsuspecting night security guards, then duct-taped their victims to a pipe and a workbench in the museum basement. "Gentlemen, this is a robbery," the criminals announced. The security systems at the museum were subpar. The pair proceeded to remove 13 treasured artworks on display in the lavishly decorated gallery, smashing the protective glass of two Rembrandt paintings and cutting the canvases from their gilded frames. Just over an hour later, the thieves made off with a staggering collection of art that's valued today at $500 million. Despite a flurry of press attention, and the $10 million reward offered by the museum for the item's safe return, the stolen works have never been recovered. Now, a new Netflix docuseries, This Is a Robbery, the world's biggest art heist, takes a deep dive into the thorny mysteries surrounding the crime. As Adrian Houghton reports for The Guardian, the four-part show builds on the reporting of the Boston Globe and WBUR, as well as the FBI's ongoing investigation. For amateur sleuths and art lovers alike, here are 5 key things to know about the infamous heist. The theft of 13 artworks from the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in 1990 is often attributed to the subpar security systems that were in place at the museum. At the time of the robbery, the museum's security system was outdated and inadequate, making it easy for the thieves to carry out the heist. One of the key issues with the security system was the lack of surveillance cameras. The museum had only one camera installed in the security office, which was not capable of recording video. The thieves were able to move around the museum undetected, and there was no footage available to help identify them. Additionally, the museum's alarm system was faulty, and the security guards on duty were not equipped to handle an intrusion of this nature. The guards were unarmed and had no communication devices, which meant that they were unable to alert the police or call for backup. Another factor that made the heist possible was the lack of perimeter security. The thieves gained access to the museum by posing as police officers and convincing the security guards to let them in. There were no measures in place to verify the identities of the supposed officers or to prevent unauthorized access to the museum. The subpar security systems at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum are widely considered to have contributed to the success of the heist. The theft of such valuable and culturally significant artworks highlights the importance of proper security measures to protect art institutions and their collections. Since the theft, many museums have improved their security systems, including the installation of high-tech surveillance systems and perimeter security measures. The stolen artworks include masterpieces from renowned artists. The infamous heist that took place at the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum in Boston, Massachusetts, in 1990 involved the theft of 13 highly valuable and significant works of art. The artworks are considered masterpieces from some of the most renowned and esteemed artists in history, making the theft all the more devastating to the art world. Among the stolen pieces were paintings, sketches, and ancient artifacts, which included works by Johannes Vermeer, Rembrandt van Rijn, Edouard Manet, Edgar Degas, and Raphael, among others. These artists are considered some of the greatest masters of their respective periods, and their works are highly valued and revered by art enthusiasts and collectors worldwide. The stolen pieces included Vermeer's The Concert, which is one of only 36 known works by the artist and is valued at over $200 million. The painting is considered one of Vermeer's masterpieces and is highly sought after by art collectors and museums. Another notable piece stolen was Rembrandt's Storm on the Sea of Galilee, which is the only known seascape painting by the artist. The piece is highly regarded for its composition and technical prowess and is considered one of the most important works by Rembrandt. The stolen artworks' value is not just limited to their monetary worth, but they are also culturally significant artifacts that represent the pinnacle of artistic achievement. The theft of such artworks has left a significant impact on the art world and has become a symbol of the vulnerability of art institutions to theft and robbery. The perpetrators of the heist left the most expensive painting in the building untouched. The painting in question was The Rape of Europa, by Titian, which is considered one of the most valuable works of art in the museum's collection. The painting is estimated to be worth over $500 million and is considered a masterpiece of the Renaissance period. It is unclear why the thieves did not take The Rape of Europa, along with the other stolen artworks. One theory is that the painting was too large and heavy to remove easily, and the thieves may have been concerned about damaging it or getting caught while attempting to take it out of the museum. Another theory is that the thieves may have had a specific list of artworks they were after and did not consider the Rape of Europa to be among them. It is also possible that the painting was simply overlooked by the perpetrators during the heist, as it was located in a different part of the museum from the other stolen artworks. Regardless of the reason, the fact that the Rape of Europa was left untouched during the heist has been a topic of speculation and intrigue for many years. The painting remains in the Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum to this day, and the search for the stolen artworks continues. The FBI has named suspects in the crime, but the works remain missing. In 2013, the FBI announced that it had identified the two thieves with a high degree of confidence. In 2015, the organization revealed the names of its primary suspects, George Riesfelder and Leonard Di Muzio, two associates of the late mobster Carmelo Merlino. Both resembled police sketches of the criminals and died within 1 year of the heist. The investigators also said that they suspected the art was transported via organized crime networks to Connecticut and the Philadelphia region, where the thieves attempted to sell the works on the black market. After those attempted sales, however, the artwork's trail goes cold. Authorities were initially suspicious of the two young guards on duty that night. Abbott, a self-described hippie and rock guitarist, was a regular on the night shift. Because art crimes of this nature typically require an inside source, he was high on the list of possible conspirators. Abbott, for his part, has long denied any role in the heist, and authorities have generally cleared him as a person of interest, reported Tom Mashberg for the New York Times in 2015. I was just this hippie guy who wasn't hurting anything, wasn't on anybody's radar, and the next day I was on everybody's radar for the largest art heist in history, he told NPR that same year. In another wrinkle, Abbott's role in the drama once again came under scrutiny in 2015, when the United States Attorney's Office in Massachusetts released a rare security camera video. The grainy footage shows Abbott, who was on guard during the day of March 17, opening the same side doors used by the thieves and admitting an unidentified man in a waist-length coat and an upturned collar, as the Times reported. Since the heist, the museum's board of trustees is still actively seeking the return of the stolen art. The museum has made numerous appeals over the years for the safe return of the stolen artworks and has offered a reward of up to $10 million for information leading to the recovery of the pieces. The reward remains in place to this day, and the museum continues to work closely with law enforcement agencies to track down the stolen art. In addition to the reward, the museum has also taken a number of steps to increase security measures and prevent similar heists from happening in the future. This includes upgrading its security systems and implementing stricter protocols for the handling and display of valuable artworks. The Board of Trustees remains committed to the recovery of the stolen art and has stated that it will not rest until the pieces are safely returned to the museum's collection. The theft of these valuable and culturally significant artworks remains one of the most notorious art heists in history, and the search for the stolen pieces continues to captivate the public's imagination. Theories big and small abound, but certain answers are hard to come by. As The Guardian reports, dozens of theories ranging from conspiratorial to credible have cropped up over the years. Most people, including the FBI, argue that the works traveled through organized crime networks in Boston, namely, the mob. This is a robbery, is less interested in whodunit, and more interested in tracking where the paintings might have ended up. The narrative centers on Bobby Donati, a mobster who may have organized the theft with fellow criminal Robert, Bobby, Guarente in order to use the art as a bargaining chip to get their friend Vincent Ferrara out of jail, per Lauren Crankoff Esquire. Both Donati and Guarente are now dead. Another former mobster, Robert Gentile, has long maintained his innocence despite a bevy of evidence pointing to his involvement in the crime. The octogenarian was released from prison in 2019 after serving 54 months on an unrelated charge. He remains the only living person who likely has first-hand knowledge of the 1990 heist. The series briefly considers several wilder suggestions, including the theory that members of the Irish Republic Army, IRA, were involved in the crime, notes Esquire. The directors also interviewed Miles Corner Jr., a colorful character and convicted art thief who was in jail at the time of the robbery. Corner provides essential context about how the underground art market operated during the 1990s. The Isabella Stewart Gardner Museum heist has captured the public's imagination and has inspired many films, books, and documentaries. The new Netflix docuseries, This Is a Robbery, the world's biggest art heist, is the latest addition to the growing list of media that explores the infamous crime. The story's enduring popularity speaks to the mystery and intrigue surrounding the still unsolved case.